Hey,
Hi.
you alright?
Yeah?
So, you come here often?
Well, I live around here, so yeah. You?
Yeah, I live around here as well. Isn't the question, where do you live, kind of funny? Like, it can mean so many things.
Like?
Well, right now we're talking about the place we live, but we could have mentioned our country or our address. It's kind of the same place, but at the same time, it isn't.
Well, it depends on the context and just how specific you wanna be. You wouldn't tell your address to someone in a foreign country, it wouldn't make sense. You'd say your country.
Right, well, yeah, but. Well, we don't really use that verb, right? Now, do we?
How should we use it?
It's such a broad verb, isn't it? To leave.
Well, if you wanna put it that way,
It's like, I mean, what exactly is to leave?
that's a loaded question.
Right, because when we ask, where do you live? We're asking for a location, but does that make sense?
Well, the context makes it make sense. But it is interesting to think about how such a question led to such meaning.
I feel like maybe the context gave the question such meaning, because in the end, when we ask that, we're asking stuff like, where do you spend most of your time? Where do you feel more comfortable in? And that's a big part of living, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
You're kind of limiting your whole existence to location.
Yeah. Where do you live?
Well, I have no idea, let me think.
You brought it up.
Well, yeah, but I just thought of it. Okay, well, I guess I live in my passions, my family, my friends, but also the little things, like birds perched on branches, my favorite music, I don't know, stuff like that.
Beautiful answer.
And what about you? Where do you live and why?
I've no idea. I'd say something similar to you, I guess. Like the things that are important to me, the things that bring me happiness. That sounds about right.
Hmm. Do you think. Do you only live when you're happy?
Well, actually, I don't know. Well, I guess not. That reminds me. When I was a kid, a teacher once read us this story. It was about this traveler or something who arrived at this village and somehow wound up in the cemetery of the village. He started wandering around and stopped in front of a tombstone and saw that it was from a kid who was like 4 or something like that. He looked at a second tombstone, which again belonged to a kid who was like 3. He went to a third one, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and they were all kids, the oldest one being like 12. He sat down and started crying, wondering what was going on in the village that all of its kids were dying so young. Then a guy from the village found him and asked him what was wrong, and he answered that he was devastated by the number of dead children. The villager told him that in his village they had this tradition in which they all kept a notebook from birth and wrote down on it whenever they were happy. They'd write whatever had made them happy and how long the moment lasted. And when they died, someone would add up all their happy moments and write it on their tombstone, since that was how much they had truly lived.
Whoa, that's a bit dark for kids.
Kinda, right? Anyway, I don't think I agree with that story. I feel like I've lived a lot in my sad moments. I wouldn't value the happy moments as much without them. Also, I just feel like you learn a lot from those, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you.
But then again, you take advantage of those moments, be it happy or not, after they happen. It's like you aren't aware of how much you've climbed until you look down.
Yeah.
I guess I live in the in-between of it all.
I really like that answer.
I'm not sure whether it is my preferred answer. I don't actually know where I live.
Well, maybe you don't need to know. Maybe you just leave.
Yeah, maybe so.